All right, this is the last one. So across the bottom here, there's a few different things that we do. First of all, the sprocket is some of your settings. So you can set your video standard here, and everything else is grayed out at the moment, but because it's for more advanced hardware than what we've got plugged into it. Audio, just some settings for audio, so you can select split audio into separate mono channels. Nothing is selected, but you have that here, and then some general hard cut when switching instead of a fade, or added transition to audio when switching, and then you can set your microphone inputs to either a microphone or a line input. Multi-view is just configuring your multi-view screen, so you can change what cameras and what things are being displayed, and whether or not you want your audio monitors on or off. If you go into the file menu under setup, you can relabel things and route which camera is going to actually which thing there. So maybe you have camera 3, you actually want to be input 1. You can configure that there. Labels, you can label everything. So what it's going to be, what your button label is, what the actual name of it is, and you only have HTML sources here, so you can't really pick, but you can change them here. So that's your inputs. Outputs, again, you can relabel them. So it's all just labels. You can rename the media player if you wanted. That's what that is. Hyperdeck, if you have any, again, that's that capturing hardware. You can set their IP addresses and their configurations under there, and then remote, if you have PTZ cameras and things, you can set those up if you have compatible hardware. So that's kind of the general settings. Otherwise, down here you've got four kind of control panels. So switcher is kind of the one that you use the most. That's where you're doing all your switching and everything. The media pool is where you see all your video clips. So there's this one here. We can just get rid of that by clicking that off, and that deletes it. Over here you have your file, local file system, so you can browse to where you have your file stored if you have it on a USB stick or whatever. And then it's just a matter of dragging and dropping, and then it's just numbers 1 through 20. So you have 20 different slots for images, JPEGs or PNG. If you put a JPEG, if you have transparent information in a JPEG, this will see it as black. If you have PNG, it'll see it as transparent. So you can set, if you're using that image as a chroma key, you can use it self for its, luma key. You can use it self as the source. Then it knows that, oh, I'm black or I'm transparent, so make me transparent. Mm-hmm. So that's media pool, pretty easy, and it shows you what you have loaded into your media player over here. And it's red, that means it's actually live right now. You have another option here to capture a still, so if you like what you see, you can capture it and it'll put it in the next available slot. Audio, it's actually got a very robust audio mixer here. Right now we can see that mics 1 and 2 are on, and the microphone and camera 4 is set to auto fade, so when we fade camera 4, it's going to turn on that audio source. I'll turn that off for now. But you have a gain knob here. It shows you what your gain is. And then you can set up a delay. So if your audio isn't matching your video, you can line that up with that. You got a 6-band parametric EQ, so you can do a lot of tuning your audio to make it just sound perfect. And number 6 isn't on, so let's turn on number 6. Let's put a low cut in. There we go. I'm sorry, high cut. Anyway. So yeah, you have a lot of options there.
Tex and our toys.
Yeah, with that. brings you back. You can kind of see a drawing of your graphic EQ there. Under that you've got dynamics, so you have expander, gate, compressor, and limiter. So if you got it's coming in too hot, it's not coming in enough, you can kind of equalize everything, try to get everything coming in, sounding the same. You know, if you got something right next to the cord or down where all the noise is, you know, you might need to compress that if you've got a lot of sounds coming on. Whereas something that's further away from a mixer or something, you might not need as much. But it's got a lot of features built in here, so that's really good. After that, you've got your fader, so you can set your levels coming in, and then your pan left and right, on and off button, headphone jack to send it to your headphones. I think it just goes to your headphones anyway. Then your master is kind of mixed everything together. This is what's going on your stream, so you can again auto fade that. And then you have a little slider here for your headphones, minimum, maximum. It has functionality to talk to your camera guys. So that's what some of this is. So there's a microphone here and headphones, so you can communicate, run comms to your camera operators
without streaming it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And then this last button here is your camera. So if you have Blackmagic Design compatible cameras, you can change your lift, gamma, and gain, color balancing, and then your PTZ positions, iris, zoom, and things here. So
awesome.
So that is kind of it's a giant nutshell, but that's a very brief overview of the ATEM Control software and kind of how it interfaces with ATEM Mini Pro.